Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I am here working on my book. I thought I'd get it done, but I just have not had time today. It's been one of those days. I've been running kids here and there, and I don't know. It's just been one of those days. So anyways, I did get this pocket done and this pocket done today, so I went ahead and put them on here, and they open like that. This one only opens to here, and then there's a little writing spot and another little writing spot there. So I thought it would be fun to make like a little booklet to go inside of this larger pocket like this. And then I have a tag over here that I need to back and do some stuff with, so I thought we could go ahead and play with that. And I'm going to show you another little fun little pocket fold thingy. So I did this a while back. There's a video on it, and I'll try to remember to link that video too. Because I used an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. This one I used one of the larger book pages that I have out of this book. So I'll show you really quick how I do this particular fold. I don't know that I'll decorate this one at the moment. I've just been playing around with book page again, you know, trying to get some pockets and things. So I got that, and these are like good things to do with these large book pages, because sometimes they can be tricky because you don't want like a giant journaling card always or whatever, so they can be tricky to use up. So this scrapbook that I've been working on has been perfect for the larger book page, but this is in case you want to do something smaller. Alright, so I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having a pretty good one, just kind of crazy, like I said, just, you know, nothing major, just running around. So, anyway, so you fold it in half the long way, and then fold it in half again this way. This is the only thing about old book pages, they sometimes don't want to fold where you want them to fold. And then they crack, and you know. So anyhow, you just gotta mess with them a little bit. And so like what I did with a lot of these pages that I was playing around with, I just put a bead of glue on the spots where it was cracking. And then what you do is you take one side or the other, it doesn't matter because you're going to do it to both sides, but turn it and fold it in toward the center. And you could do this with any size paper that you have. You just want to leave about like 1/8 of an inch or so space in there, maybe close to 1/4 inch, whatever you like, just so you're not adding too much bulk to the spine portion. So see, it's just like the fold is there, and there's just a little bitty space right there. That's just so when you fold it up, it's not butting up against the center and not wanting to close for you. So then you're just going to go and do the same thing on the other side. So yeah, my son was hoping for his driver's license so that he could drive out to his friend's house today, because he's building or helping his friend build a computer, and that didn't happen. So, you know, getting him out there, and had to go to the grocery store and just, you know, stuff like that. So I just it's late today for me to do a video. Alright, so then once you get this part where fold in the center, fold these two sides in, then we're going to cut a piece off to make two pockets, like rectangular pockets out here in the front. And so is it on the, oh yeah, it is, sorry. I was like, wait, is it on the inside or the outside? So you're going to do about 1.5 inches, and so I'll just measure. I mean, I just kind of eyeballed it when I did it, but if you want, you know, to measure, then go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to, what am I doing? Losing my mind. 1.5 inches is about right here. And then on this side, I'm just going to and you're just going to cut through one layer of that book page, so you might want to open it back up so that you don't accidentally, you know, cut through the whole thing. So what I'm going to cut is a rectangle, not from the bottom, Amy, out of the top like this. So I'm just going to cut out this little rectangle, and then over on the other side the same thing. Okay, so that way you end up with a little pocket on the front. I'm just going to go ahead and cut those out. And then you're cutting right at that one of your fold marks. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm trying to cut straighter than my pencil line. If you're a super precise person, go ahead and, you know, use your ruler and all that. It's just I'm not. I really don't like measuring. So I tend to wing it, which oftentimes makes me do things more than once. But, you know, that's just that's what we get for being lazy. So I'm just erasing some of those little marks that I had. Okay, and then so that'll be the, I mean, it's not totally the outside, it's kind of like the inside, because when you fold it all the way closed like this, it's nice and plain on the front so that you can just decorate it however you want. So it's not the front, but when you first open it, there's a pocket and a pocket, and then you open it further. But what we're going to do is cut from this corner of that pocket that we just made up to the top corner. And so again, if you want it super precise, then I would definitely use, you know, a cutter or a ruler or whatever, but I'm just gonna cut corner, corner. And then I'm gonna come over here and do the same thing, from the corner up to the corner. And so that's gonna give me another pocket. So it kind of looks like that. So now I have a pocket here, and then I'll have a pocket here, and I'll have a pocket back here. But we're going to do the little punch on these like I did here. And if you don't want it to go all the way through, you don't have to have it. You could do just one layer, just do it before you glue it. But I'm going to go ahead and do both. For one thing, my punch is ridiculous and won't hardly punch one piece of paper. But really got to get a new one. It's just I haven't had this one very long. It just makes me angry. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to come over here and just center it the best you can. It doesn't have to be, you know, 100% perfect. Like that. And then, so now you can see where your little pocket's going to be, and you can put some little tags in there. You're going to put glue on the inside down the middle. So I'll go ahead and show you where to glue. So I'm opening it, and I'm on the inside, and I'm going to run a bead of glue right down the middle so that I get two pockets here. Hope this is making sense. I will link the other video that I did on this. And then, oh whoops, I guess it would help if I did that first, huh? We're going to put a bead of glue here. So when you have it opened, you're going to do all three of these spots. And then we're going to glue the little rectangle pocket to, let me see, yeah. So we need to put glue along this side. You don't really have to put it on this bottom because it's going to stay closed down there. And then this side. And I'm going to close it up. So all those little spots will be glued. And you just need super thin line of glue because otherwise you're going to end up with, you know, no room to put any tags. And then you really kind of want to close these pockets. So I will put glue on this one. I just didn't do it yet on that one because I was going to decorate it first. So you go along that side, along this side, and then you need to go along the bottom of your angled pocket as well so that you can close up that pocket. And hopefully it'll make sense more when you know, see one folded up. You'll understand where you need to have glue to make a pocket. So I've got a pocket here, and a pocket here, and then it's just like a little booklet. So the bigger your piece of paper, obviously, the bigger the whole thing will be. So even though that was a pretty large book page, I'm just fixing this because it's hanging over, you can see it folds down to a pretty small little pocket thing. So I'm gonna finish this one and we'll decorate this one. Maybe we'll end up doing both of them, I don't know, but they're just kind of fun to make, and they turn out cute and have lots of pockets, and so they're good. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and use some Medieval Mirage. I am just buried in scraps of every kind right now. Oh, I might put some of those little tags in there. So I'll probably do the flip through of the scrapbook on Monday, since I didn't get my act together and get it done. Because, you know, that it was a day. And it's weird being here at the house without the kids home and stuff, or at least a kid or something. I'm just taking out stuff that I could possibly use on this. And I'm probably not going to know exactly which kit these are all from. But as I've said numerous times, if you go over to Medieval Mirage and visit Joff, she just has, I mean, they're all gorgeous. Like, I really feel like you can't go wrong no matter what kit you choose. So, and she's got, you know, pictures of them there and stuff too, so. But they're just really cool. Okay. These are all just bits and pieces I have left from making journals and stuff. As always, I am always drawn to these, so I think I'm going to use those for this particular little guy. Alright, so let's see what we're going to do here. I'm kind of using this ruler to tear today. I don't know why. Probably because it's just here. And it's just a metal ruler that I got at the dollar store. So that's how simple that can be. The metal ones seem to work the best because obviously they have that nice, flat, sharp edge. And the other ones are We Are Memory Keepers that I got off of Amazon, the plastic ones. And I usually leave a link in my description box below the video, and I try to have that there every video. I mean, there's times when I forget, but I really try to always have that. The glue sticks, the ruler, you know, just the things that I use the most, I try to keep down in there. So see, I'm going to do something like that. And these should decorate fairly fast. They'd be another good mass making type item. They're pretty quick. So yeah, not a whole lot to really talk about today. Just been driving, I feel like, all day. Oh, except the grocery store. I went to the grocery store to pick up some brats for, you know, I wanted to do those this weekend. My sister's going to come over. And they are out. Like, I went to 3 grocery stores and no brats, which is really bizarre because we kind of always, you know, that's usually around here. I don't know about where everybody else lives, but they're pretty easy to get and find. They're not like a hard item to find, especially this time of the year. So I'm not sure what's going on there, if we're having another problem with the pork, or I don't know. It just seems like a never-ending mess. The grocery store has just been plain weird ever since this all started. Like, they just don't have a lot of things that they normally have. And I know a lot of it's supply, you know, the trucks are driving what is necessities, which I get. But I don't know, just everything's weird. Feels like, to me. I'll put that one there, and I'll put another one over on the other side. But yeah, you could totally decorate these in any way that you like, with super bright colors or, you know, whatever. I'm just doing this one a little more neutral because I'm not totally sure where I'm going to use it. I don't know if I'll use it in the scrapbook that we've been working on or a different one. So it's coming along pretty good though. I've got just really the 3 pages left and then like some tags and things to make. That one took a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought it would be quick, but it is a whole bunch like doing an altered book, because with an altered book, even though you're not doing all the, you know, sewing in of signatures and stuff, you still are covering the old book page, you know, or the pages that are left so that someone can write on it. And it's the same thing with this. It's like you still have to cover up all those pages so that someone can use it like a journal. So it's very much like that. And the pages are bigger, so like yesterday you got to watch me struggle away with that large journaling card. And I love doing those, but I don't know, sometimes they just get me stumped. Just wiping up a big old glob of glue there. Not used to working on that size of a you know, item, I guess. But that was tricky yesterday. Okay, so you can decide if you want this like open, more like a tuck type thing, or closed. I think I'm going to close it, and I'll go ahead and probably close that other one too, because, well, I'll wait till I cover it with paper. Just get these little flaps down. Okay, so then we could take something like one of these, use these little ones, and I probably won't end up using these. I just realized that this one has that printer mark through it. I do not like that when that happens, so I will go ahead and use some different ones, and I'll just print out more if I want more. But I'm just showing you for the sake of the video. But Jeff always has lots of little tags and pockets and things, so, you know, like to go in here, or I can put it back in here, or back in the very back one. So let's see, what do we want to put on those angled pockets? Just having a fun time with my allergies and my asthma combined. It's a bad combo. I think I might go ahead and use that. So I'm just going to tear this off at the fold. And then tear it off at this diagonal line. And I'll just tuck it down in there and glue it on. These are fun. I know that Sammi Jarrad has done quite a few videos using bigger sheets of paper making these. I think maybe not quite a few, but I think she's done at least 2. So if I remember, which I'm not going to promise, but I'll try to remember to link those videos of hers as well, because it's kind of cool to see it in a bigger you know, version. It's just I don't ever have paper that's big enough to do that with. I guess I could do it with the roll of craft paper or something. That would probably work pretty good. Okay, let's do this other one if we got enough here. Hopefully. Probably not. No. This piece will work. I just have to tear it right. Good luck. Let's see. I feel like I already messed it up there. I think I need to do the sides first to make sure it's going to tuck down in there. So this isn't a real exciting video, but hopefully these will be fun little pockets that you can make and enjoy. Ah, just ripped it wrong. Shocking. Probably just do like that and then just trim it over here. See, that's why I'm saying it's sometimes a good idea to decorate it before you glue all the, the pockets together so that you can decorate it much easier. Than trying to do it the hard way, sticking the bits in the pocket and all that. Okay, so that's cute. So I'm gonna, you could leave this so that it opens like that and then like have a little spot to write. The problem is you're gonna lose this pocket. So it's just up to you, but that would be like another alternative, is to, make this a little writing spot in here. You could maybe even put another pocket on the inside. So I'm just gonna glue mine closed after I cover that back part. I don't know if I have enough of this. It doesn't have to go all the way down, I guess, but I kind of want it to, because you're going to see a little bit of it all the way down. So let me find something that I have a little bit more of. That's the only problem when you're using scraps, like sometimes you can't find a big enough piece. If I had a little more color, but it's not really good because that's that peach. What if we just used a little straw paper? That might work. I'm just trying to use what I have right here so I don't have to go hunting for something else or print something else or whatever. So we'll use a piece of straw paper for there, because I've got enough of that. And I'm just going to make more scraps, right? Okay. We are going to try our hands at making Cuban sandwiches tonight. My son loves those. Like, if we go somewhere and they have them, he orders one. So he's like, I think we need to try to make one, Mom. He's like, you make the good carnita pork, and I think you could make the pork for that. It's like, okay, well, we'll wing it and try it. I do carnitas in the crock pot. I don't do it like a traditional way. So that's why he's thinking I could, do a similar thing with that. So it's in the crock pot cooking away, which is kind of weird at this time of the year, but I use my crock pot all the time. It's just great because then kind of the hardest part of the meal is already cooked, and you can just add whatever you want to it. And at least they're sandwiches, since it's got hot out today. I'm just trying to make sure it fits, because it, you know, once you close those up, it's a little bit wider. Back to that hole. You don't want your folds to be hitting that. I need to make it a little shorter still. Got them a little too long. And it's like they don't need to be seen under here, but you can see them out here is the problem. I want to get them at least the same size if possible. Okay, so hopefully this will work. I mean, truly, you could pretty much do it like that because of this. So, I don't know. That would be personal preference on your part. So see, it leaves that gap because I tore off too much. I think I might just leave it the way it is and ink it. And then I'll use those pieces of straw paper for like the tags that go in the pockets or something. Okay, yeah, I think that works. And we're going to glue those down. Could have glued them down from the start, huh? It's called indecision, which I am a master at. Okay. Could use a piece of this on the back of this and put something else up there, because it could even be a little spot to write on. It's gonna have to do that. Forget to put that pin in and we'll never get glue out of that thing again. So that's the back, so it could be glued down if you wanted it to, and then it would just be like a little flip like this, or you know, you can cover it completely. Why is that one not, that page is not glued down right? Probably because I only didn't glue all the way up here, huh? Duh. So you want to make sure these pockets are glued all the way. Well, what I was doing, I only glued the bottom half. So I'll definitely link the other video, because I think I did a better job of telling you guys how to do it on that. It's the only problem when you've done stuff a few times, you kind of forget to be very good at directions. Pocket, pocket, pocket. And I'm not going to worry about making tags and things right now. I'm just going to say that that one's done, and we are going to move on to the next thing. Alright, so I also took one of those long book pages, and I want like a note tablet that goes up and down this way, so it will actually open like this, but there's a pocket here to put stuff, and then there's some vintage ledger, and then another pocket here. So you could orient it either direction. If you just made up a bunch of these, you could do them this way or this way. So all it is the book page. I just trimmed off the rough bit and then folded up a pocket, and this pocket is always do the wrong side. 2¼ inches, this pocket right here. And from the top, or from the bottom to the top, it's 4 inches after it's folded, okay? And then it is kind of long this direction, so if you wanted it shorter, you could cut it, you know, shorter, but I wanted it long because I want it oriented this direction. Not that it would matter to me either way, because then you have a bigger pocket. So there's a pocket in the back and a pocket in the front. And then I just stitched this ledger down here with my sewing machine. So that's a simple little book page pocket that you can make if, you know, if you're new to journaling and all this is new to you, then this might be something that you like. Or old to journaling and you're like, oh yeah, I haven't made one of those in a long time. Then it might be helpful as well. I'm going to decorate this to go in the pocket of the scrapbook journal. So I'm going to use a piece of this. I'm just trying to get an idea of roughly how big I want this. I'm going to go over just a little because it needs to fit in the stitching, in the stitched area. So these are just kind of fun things, and I get loads of questions about what do you do with the book pages, you know, and this is a little different because these aren't the ones that I've glued on. These are just pages that I'm, you know, making stuff with, but a lot of it will apply. You could use it a similar way. I wouldn't use the glue book pages for this just because, you know, it's just the one sheet. It's not folded over at all. And I like it better when it's, I'm going to tear off the other side too. I like to see the stitching. I usually do the stitching when I'm all done, but I decided I would just stitch it first so you guys could see, and then we'll decorate. So there we go, like that. But I need to orient it this way. I know I'm going to end up doing it wrong. I want it to go in that pocket that I showed you guys. That needs to go away because it's too sticky. That's the problem with using, you know, like one sheet like this is just one sheet of book page. If you're using two, then the glued ones are good. But if you're just using one, the glue can stay kind of sticky regardless. And so if you put like your ledger paper in there or something, it might stick to it. So I probably won't use Medieval Mirage for this because I want it to go in that journal. So I'm going to use some of the junk I have sitting around. I might use Tim Holtz something. I don't know what. It's kind of it kind of evolved into my Tim Holtz journal. I don't know. It wasn't a plan, but that's kind of how it's happened with it, which is fine. I love using his stuff because he's got great stuff. I like the butterfly. It's a little bit big, but I kind of like it. I think it goes better. But I want a person instead. I don't know. Could have a butterfly person, except she's too tall to cut her feet off or something. That would be kind of cool though. Let's see what else we have here. I need to do what Gail did and put them, oh, these two, I love these two. Put them in something by size. That was very smart of her. These two are cute too. Everybody's too tall. They need to be sitting on something. what could they sit on? I like these three too. That might be a better size just because I could play with it a little bit and, you know, kind of figure out. Love all these paper dolls. They're just super fun to play with. I really made a mess just really fast like that, didn't I? Pretty good at that. When I first got married and was cooking, you know, I would destroy the kitchen, and my husband used to, you know, clean the kitchen. I would cook and he'd clean. Now, you know, he works so many hours, there's just no way. But anyways, he'd clean after I cooked, and he would just be like, what on earth do you do in here? Well, for one, I didn't really know how to cook at the time, but two, I think I would just get everything out and leave it. And now, you know, you get into a system where you clean up as you go sort of thing, but I didn't know. I was new to the whole thing and just would pretty much destroy the kitchen. I know it's a thing that everybody kind of does unless they've been in the kitchen their whole life, like they were taught really early or whatever, but because my daughter does the same thing. She gets like everything out. Well, my son too. He bakes mostly, but they just get everything out and everything's everywhere by the time they're done. So it's just funny when I think back on all that. How much you change when you're doing these things. I don't know what. It's like they need to be sitting on something and I'm not sure what. You guys are going to be ready to string me up by my toes because I keep making you sit through my awkward not knowing what to do thing here. I really like those. They just need a little something to sit on. And I don't know what. Okay, hold on just a minute. Okay, so this is what I came up with. I don't know if this is any better than anything else, but anyway, you know, some days I've been struggling lately with the creativity thing, and I just, you know, I think it's like we all go through those phases. Oh boy, but anyway, I'm gonna have them sitting on the tag, but this typing paper was funny. It says I can do good work if I think that I can. It just made me laugh. So I think I can. It's so weird how sometimes you're just like totally on it and it just flows right out of you, and other times it's like, what are you doing? But anyway, just kind of having a little bout of that, I think. I do like this Tim Holtz tag though. It's pretty cool. Don't even know when I cut that out of something, but I like it. Found it in my junk. Okay, I think I might like to put something on there. Like, charms and junk there. There's a bulb pin. And I have a fun one that I got from Allie. But I have the biggest mess in the world in here because my daughter just like dumped off a bunch of her stuff on me too. So it's just this little tiny drawer that has loads of randomness happening. I need to go through and sort it all, but I just haven't had time. There's a little kitty cat I got from Denise. I think that was on my glue thing that got broken. What she sent. There's a little spoon. I know there's some little scissors. I thought the little scissors would be cute, because Allie sent me little scissors. There's a little turtle. Oh, there's the little scissors. They kind of look like maybe craft ladies, or I don't know, something, you know, all hanging out together. I thought maybe the scissors would be cute. It's very random. And maybe some beads. How about we do, I kind of want it to go with, you know, what we're doing. So I'm going to do one of those kind of amber colored ones. Another little amber one. I'm not going to make it super wild because it's going to be like on the page, and the journal page will have to be able to close, so I'm wondering if this is even going to reach very well. I think I'm going to put one of those protectors on there, and I know that's going to cover up part of the rose, but I don't want it to just get ripped right off, because that would be not great. Should probably put one on the back too. I'll put a little glue on it. Don't want our little charm to just get torn right out of there. I did something like this, and I'll show you guys in that scrapbook journal with one of those library cards. See, I was kind of on yesterday afternoon. This afternoon, I'm just like, yeesh. I should just take a nap. Turn it this way. This is always tricky with these. Go. So that it hangs the right way. And when you glue it down, you got to make sure you have all that jazz hanging the right way. Alright, I'm going to kind of do it at a little bit of a slant, like that. Okay, I think we got it. Oh, good golly. And I'm using the liquid glue because I really want to make sure that because it's going to have that charm lifting that part of the card, I don't want it to you know, just pop off or something. Get all of our beads and things out of the way there. And these being thick and heavy, I just want glued down with the art glitter glue as well. Okay. The only one that looks like she's having fun is that one in the middle. The other ones kind of look like they're being tortured. I don't know, that's why I feel when I have my picture taken, so I can understand. I feel you, girlfriend. I guess, girlfriends, because there's, you know, more than one that looks unhappy. Sorry. I want one of these darker ones, I think. There, I think that's fun. And then I will work on, you know, tags and stuff for the inside, but I just thought those were a couple of fun little things that you can decorate in your own way and put in your journal. Kind of help hold it there. So, oh, there's that little doodad hanging out there, the little scissors. And then it just flips up this way. There's a pocket there and some writing paper and a pocket here, but you could definitely orient it that way too, you know, if you decorated the front different. But I want it to go in this pocket, and I just realized I want it to go in a pocket, and I have those stinking scissors hanging off of it. So it may end up going somewhere else. I wasn't thinking, but see, I did this one, this little dangle here as well, hanging off one of those library cards. So yes, this may end up going on a page, another page, because I don't think it's going to fit in there with the dangle on it. What was I thinking? Sometimes my brain, I don't know, I'm telling you. So it's a goofy place. Oh, there we go. That would work. Maybe I'll do that instead. I'll put it in that pocket instead of the other pocket, because that way its little dangle can hang out the side of that. So then I need to make something else for this pocket. This one. That. And I'll back it. That's an Artymaze tag, and we'll put something else on it too. But anyway, I didn't get very far today, but like I said, hopefully Monday I should have this all ready to go by then. So we will chat again soon. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend and a wonderful evening with your family, friends, whoever. And yeah, chat again soon. Bye-bye now.